Okay, Detroit Lions did a live scrimmage today. As you know, we've been doing the joint practices, and that's how we've really been getting work in. And now we went to a live scrimmage against ourselves, right? And there's a rookie that's really standing out to the point now where, as if the hype train wasn't big enough, he's really accelerated it because he feels a huge need and a huge void. So we'll look at him. We'll look at Brad Holmes just in general with drafting, and it's the difference. It's the difference in the Lions rebuild and why we're doing the things that we're doing. So let me know in the comments, who did we draft in the past that you were so excited about and turned out to be just brutally wrong? I was really excited about Nick Fairley, and he wasn't bad actually. He actually did okay there for a little bit, but I just like, oh, Ndamukong Suh plus Nick Fairley. Are you kidding me? And then Fairley he's all right. I mean, that was the theme of the old Lions. It was like they had some years, but I mean, it was okay. But this is like so different now with Brad Holmes. So the guy I'm talking about, the rookie I'm talking about, is Brian Branch, and he's just been incredible. And so let's look at what's going on here with this scrimmage. So Dan Campbell saying, hey, look, we're trying to put a certain amount of reps on these guys that they wouldn't have gotten in a game anyway. Nobody's going to play your starters for a full game in preseason, but you're trying to build them to that point. So what he's saying is that, hey, we're trying to get these guys in like full go mode because they're going to have to play an entire game here shortly, in 2 weeks, actually. So we got to keep putting some pressure on them a little bit to build that muscle up. Today will be a little bit more about that. We're going to try to put a load on our guys. It's going to be intense. It'll be pretty physical. Potentially that's what you could lose. It's some of that, but I feel that we can mimic that in practice and we can do that in a controlled environment. So Dan Campbell is really big on, hey, we've got to have that intensity, but I'd like to do it somewhat controlled versus just letting the starters go out there in a preseason game and you don't know what's going to happen. And you just, especially like quarterback wise, you can put the red jersey on the quarterback. There's a lot of different things you can do to help protect the all the players. So as we look at it, okay, so observations here, right? The Lions had a live scrimmage Tuesday, beginning with the first team offense scoring a touchdown. David Montgomery ran it in for an opening score. Riley Patterson nailed the extra point. Cool. Awesome. Second possession, which featured Teddy Bridgewater leading the second team, ended in a missed field goal by Parker Romo. Keep that in mind. Just in general, kind of what we've seen from the field goal perspective is that that Patterson is in the lead right now. Parker Romo missed 37 yards out. I mean, geez, that'll get you cut right there. Here it is. Brian Branch came up with a big deflection on the third series, getting in front of a pass intended for Khalif Raymond. We've seen him do that with Khalif Raymond, where he's just able to get in front of Khalif Raymond and make things happen. And Khalif Raymond is one of our speedster guys. So the fact that Brian Branch can hang with Khalif Raymond, love it. We'll get some more about what Brian Branch did. That series was the first of 7 consecutive stops by the defense. Here we go. Rookie running back Jahmyr Gibbs finally put an end to the defense's dominance as he raced for 30 yards to the end zone, and the offense closed the gap 28-14 at halftime of the scrimmage. Tight end Sam Laporta was solid, notched several targets. Love it, love it. Okay. Jared Goff and Sam Laporta getting some extra work after practice. Man, Laporta's going to be good too. Man. Okay. So Brian Branch, we'll go back over to Pride of Detroit. Brian Branch shines in the scrimmage. The guy keeps standing out. He was the star of the day. And why this is so important for the Lions and why it really matters is because he fills that void of that slot corner, kind of that third DB, or excuse me, that third corner. When teams go 4 wide, 3-4 wide all the time, in which they kind of do a lot in the NFL now, you need that third corner, that nickel guy. And so we got CJ Gardner-Johnson, but CJ Gardner-Johnson it can go to safety. There's so many things we can do now because of Brian Branch. So love that guy. Just love when he stayed for the draft too. It's like, what's up? I don't care. I'm getting taken in the second round. I'll come out here. It's like, dude, thank you. So guys that did not practice, no surprises there. Amon-Ra, we're not too concerned about, but that's the only one that you'd kind of be like, oh boy. Melon Fanu, I mean, gee whiz, man. Cannot stay healthy. Whatever. He's gone. I mean, I think he's going to get cut. But anyway, it's just like, gosh, man. Okay, so here we go. 3 plays, 8 yards, and a punt. Brian Branch. Well, here we go. Well, okay, I'm scrolling too fast, but Brian Branch did what else did he? Okay, yeah. So here he goes. Defensively, they were dominant. 3rd and 5. Brian Branch broke up a pass to Khalif Raymond. Thank you very much. Brian Branch made a great instinctive play to stop a draw play for just 3 yards. That is what's so cool is it's pass coverage. Then he can come up, stop the run. Remember, he was one of the most, I think it was like he was the most efficient tackler in college football last year. It's like, what the heck, man? This guy is crazy. And he's a 1st round pick all day long. And somehow we get him in the 2nd round. Trading up with the Packers for a 5th round pick is just so great. So incredible. So on 3rd and goal, Kirby Joseph was in tight coverage on Sam Laporta, who stumbled before they got there, and the pass was incomplete. So Kirby Joseph, love it, all over it. And then the Lions would give the ball to Gibbs on a 4th and short. However, the rookie running back ran to a brick wall of defenders, no gain. Aiden Hutchinson appeared to be the first defender there. Man. Okay, so defensively, I'll just pause here. Defensively, it looks as if they're where they should be. The defense should be ahead just because they're flying around. Offense is trying to run a play, so it's great to see that defensively we are just so much stronger than we were. And it's Brian Branch, it's Hutchinson, CJ Gardner-Johnson, it's guys that we're hoping, man, hopefully they can take that next step and all this stuff. Yeah, they are. So again, let me know in the comments a player that we drafted in the past that you were so excited about and so wrong about it eventually turned out to be so wrong about, or not wrong, just like you were so excited and they just never worked out. I mean, I was thinking about, what the heck? You remember Jordan Dizon back in the day, 2nd round pick, Colorado. This is the way back. This is the bad heart of the bad stuff with Matt Millen. Drafted Colorado running back that was like 5'4". Jordan Dizon. It's like, yeah, that's probably not going to work. And he didn't. So that's everything you need to know. The other guy was Javid Best. Just got injured. Would have been great. I think he was going to actually really be good, but that's another one of our 2nd round draft picks. Or I think we traded up to get him back in the 1st round, just when we were still in the hunt to try to find a replacement for, or trying to find the next Barry Sanders. And, well, obviously you never will find the next Barry Sanders, but you know what I mean? It's like, oh, come on, this is our running back, Mikel LaShore. So many players that just like, I don't think it's not going to work. Where now we're just hitting on them. Out of 7 draft picks on average a year, you're like legitimately hitting on 5, and that's the difference. So let me know your thoughts in the comments, and we'll see all of you on the next one.